Yo, we here another edition of the Let's Chop This Fable podcast interview series. You already know. Today we got one of the fucking up and coming future greats. You know, my homie. I happened to battle this man. We had a great battle outside on some real, battle
Old
rap
school
shit.
Yeah.
Old school throwback shit. My homie, real sick. What's up, my man? How you doing out
What's
there,
good,
man?
bro? What's
Ain't
good,
shit.
bro? Thanks
How's
for
this?
the good words.
Yeah.
Thanks for that battle.
You already know,
That kicked everything off for me.
Yeah,
You
bro.
know what I mean?
Like that's like what I do, but at the same time, you fire. You deserve that shit. So it's like,
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate
and
it.
now,
Likewise, bro.
like I just for a lot of battle rappers, I know before the mainstream or you know what I mean. Like, so I knew like as soon as I battled you, you got it. You know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I think that now the people know.
Right. They're
And
starting to
now,
get to realize that shit. You know what I mean?
And now you came at a perfect time though, because the way you rap and like the COVID shit's kind of a blessing in disguise because how you rhyme, you don't really got to contend with no crowd. You can just go up there and get your shit off. You feel me? Like you can just go up there and, you know
just
what I'm saying?
rap.
For niggas like us that really use the pen, like it kind of works to our advantage.
Exactly. That's why I was happy when I battled Jay that it was gonna be and like no crowd, barely any crowd. I mean, I still got reaction from the 10 people in the room. You know what I mean? But like, I knew that was good that I just get the rap, which was dope because I always switch flows up and shit like that too.
Right.
And flows build momentum. And sometimes with a crowd, if you could have a crazy flow, but you'll get interrupted in the middle of it. You know what I mean? Like against Jay when I was like, get this shit jumping. Better be ready for rumbling. I settle vendettas with lead and get the metal to dump. If I had a crowd, they probably would have reacted.
Yeah, you would have had to bring that. You would have had to bring that.
I would have had to start over.
Yeah, like
so I like doing shit like that.
But like so I think that shout out to Lex because Lex is the mastermind of
100%
everything. Like this guy, he's the oracle, man. He's like, you know what I'm saying? So like with you, I think that you came at the perfect time. Like you and Jay's battle was dope. I think I had you winning. No knock to Jay because Jay's fire. Like I wasn't even a fan of him till your battle. Then I seen him do what he does, and I was like, okay, he can rap. So I had I'm gonna just say this: I did UFF, like, and the tournament the way you guys are doing it is way better.
Way easier. It's way easier too, right? Yeah. I know you guys had like
UFF
2 hours.
Was shot in 2 days, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know how it dropped like week to week? All that in 2 days. Like what?
Yeah.
You either had to have like 9 rounds on deck or you just had to be able to freestyle or come up with some shit quick.
I would have been down with that too, because I think the writing would have been a little easier because you kind of writing general shit and you're just trying to rap. You know what I mean? I'd be down for that because I mean I'm used to that. I'm a rapper's rapper. I have verses in my head. You know what I mean? Just for no reason. But I mean, this way, I think they're trying to preserve the quality. Too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because they're on caffeine and shit.
Yeah.
So
and you can see if you watch like the second, third round of any UFF battles, nigga, they freestyling. The bars ain't really.
Yeah.
Niggas might have 1 or 2 good joints and then bullshit the rest of the way because it's not really like because you got 2 days to have battle like 4 times, like you know what I'm saying. So.
Yep.
But I like the way I like how the setup. I like everything, man. That shit is dope.
Yeah.
I think and I wanted to tell you as somebody who went through the robbery situation because everybody knows my situation when I battled, like it works out sometimes.
Yeah.
Because your loss or battle was the talk of the first week. So it don't matter. You still got the same. If you like, obviously the 25 bands is there, but at the end of the day, as far as like notoriety, you still walked away the winner of the first week. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you got a one-off.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So like I was upset like the first 10 seconds after. First of all, I feel like my judgment was like the most anxiety ridden judgment ever, because it was like the first two judges picked Jay, and I'm like, oh shit. And then it says, all right, Rita, who do you got? And she was like, Real Sick. I'm like, all right, I got one. And then Knowledge says, Real Sick. And I'm like, oh shit. Now it's 2-2.
Right.
And it's going to the fans. And I'm like, damn, he got more fans than me. So
Yeah.
they probably go to him or whatever. So the first 10 seconds after that, yeah, as a competitor, I was upset. But then like reflecting on it and then looking at my social media blow up, like it's never blown up like that before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I was reflecting on the battle, and that was my first time rapping in front of Smack. So the fact, there was a couple lines I said where Smack was sitting on like a director chair, like, you know, one of the high chairs. And there was a couple lines I said that made him jump out of the chair.
Yeah.
And I was like things like that is what I'm going to remember.
Right.
And as cliche as it sounds, that's more important than the 25K.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
To see the little amount of people, Jay Black, Ace Amin, Henny Man, like the people that were just excited for the battle. Like Ace told me he had chills in the room, like watching mine and Jay's battle, because the energy that we created. It looks like it translated on camera too.
It definitely did.
Like,
that was a dope battle, son.
Yeah,
like, that was a
was
good
dope,
battle. How you feel about all this controversy with the judges? I'll ask you, do you feel like if battle rappers was judges, would the judgments be better? Because I personally feel like they would.
They would,
They
or they wouldn't.
They would, because
Yeah, they would. I definitely think so too, because that's when you don't have the judges saying like with Kid Chaos, like, yo, like I'll probably like his shit over time, but I didn't catch it today. You know what I mean? Like you I think judging battles is so tricky. The best way to judge a battle would probably be to have rappers judging it.
The battle is good because we know
the pain that's getting.
We know when somebody lost.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you can watch a battle and be like, he lost. Like, and we process the material faster. So we catch the ball right. Like sometimes I know what you're about to say before you say it. Like I can just tell by the setup, oh, he's about to say this. You know what I mean? They keep saying we have bias, but there's no bias. Like if somebody from Cave Gang's in the tournament, obviously don't have somebody from Cave Gang judge the shit. You see what I'm saying? Like find 4 battle rappers that have no bias to nothing. Because my thing about the judges is some of them, not all of them, and some of the people, not even just the judges of the tournament, some of the people that critique battle rap, period, is like, the fuck is your credentials to talk about rapping? Like you don't even know, nigga.
Right. Yeah.
You
Is that too?
do this shit.
But I think the way of judging should also be looked at, because like, if you want to on the spot decision, the rappers are the best way to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like other battle rappers. But I think if you just want a decision, like if you got people that aren't battle rappers judging the shit, you should at least, if the battle happens on Saturday, be like, give the decision by Monday. Like you could get the footage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Watch the shit live.
Right.
Be in the building. Yep. Go home. Watch the footage again, and then give a decision. You know what I mean?
Give them more time.
Exactly. On the spot, decisions are only gonna be the closest to accurate if you got people who do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and then I talked to Uncle Rod last week, and he was telling me like they had less than 2 minutes to give a decision. You know what I mean? So like now they're looking over their notes over 2 minutes, and if you got a battle as close as me and Jay, you know, you're gonna be like. But that's what I'm
saying. Like if it's like that, you need rappers to do it, because it's like, yo, we don't need notes. No disrespect to anybody that is judging. I understand it. And it's not to say y'all picked the right person or didn't. It's when statements get made like, I couldn't keep up with what are you saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't follow, or like other like just shit that's just like, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that if you want to, like you said, if you want on the spot decisions, you should have 4 judges. that have nothing to do. Nothing. They don't got nothing to do with.
No affiliations, no groups.
Judge battle. Judge.
Yeah.
You get 4 different types. Okay, get somebody who can write. Get a fucking aggressive nigga. Get a street nigga. Get a nerd, a performer, and then add them, judge it. Boom, there you go. But yeah, like I think, you and Kid Chaos Saturday. How you feel about that? You ready to go?
Yeah, bro. This shit is gonna be crazy because we get to rap.
To him yesterday. He said he got some shit for you too.
Yeah, I know he does. I got some shit for him too.
I know. So you
like,
I know. You
yeah.
did.
So like, I think that the thing for me is I'm just sticking to what I do. You know what I mean?
As you should.
I think the only thing I think I need to work on is my pacing. I think sometimes when I battle, I'll be so full of adrenaline that I'll be at a faster pace than I need to be sometimes.
Yeah, you don't have to. But that comes with, take it from me as a nigga that's been doing it for a while. It comes with time. It comes with just being comfortable in the ring and knowing your spots. And that's it. Like, once you know your spots, because when you first, like, when you battling, you just want to get your shit off. And then once you get comfortable, you start manipulating the stage and shit like that.
Is that too, but it's also like in most of my battles, if I go first, my first rounds are usually the only ones where I need to work on the pacing. Because by the second and third, I'm comfortable in the ring already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, if you look at most of my battles, I get comfortable with, like, if there's a crowd, I get comfortable with the reaction. You know what I mean? That's when I feel a little more comfortable. Or like after I get hit, you know what I mean? Like if somebody raps for my first round is usually the one that I could have paced better in my battles. You know what I mean? But like I just need to keep that in mind. So that's kind of what I'm. Yeah.
It's important.
Cause I, like I said, I switch in and out of flows too, along with punchlines. So sometimes I need to make sure that the punchline, the flow is not always more important than the punch. You know what I mean? The punch kind of has to get sold. So like,
you gotta sell it a little bit,
I just,
and you gotta enunciate and just make sure that you're saying what the fuck you saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I just rap on beats a lot. That's how I started rapping.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
That's why my shit has a flow to it.
You can tell, like, certain, like, here's the thing. You're a rapper. I'm a rapper. I started rapping on beats. I used to battle on beats. I'm from that era of ciphers and shit like that. Like, so that's nothing. So I could tell how you give it up, that's how you give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, But it gets with time. You'll start pacing your shit out. You'll start learning shit. You'll start picking shit up from other people and just seeing how they, you know what I mean? Because it's not to say that niggas copy, but you do. If you ain't in the game and learning from the vets and the people in front of you, you wilding.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see. But pacing, that, because especially when you're battling in front of judges. You want to wow them right there. Boom. Like you and Kid Chaos, that's a one-off. Ain't nobody judging that.
Yeah, nobody's judging.
Go fucking ham. But when you fucking battle in front of a judge, it's just like rap for dummies.
Yeah.
Not to say it in no disrespectful way, but you gotta know the field with who's judging it.
Yeah.
Is it rappers?
I just felt a little more comfortable because it was battle rap media. You know what I mean? Before we knew who the judges were, I was writing a little more like battle rap for dummies, but not in a way to where the shit was whack.
Right.
But it was lines that if Papoose and Remy Ma were judging, they'd be able to catch.
Right,
still be like, yo, that shit was crazy. But not like a super complicated, like,
flow,
you know what I mean?
And all that,
quadruple entendre. Yeah. That's how I was writing it first. But then when I found out it was like battle rap media, I was like, all right, I'm not going to go all the way just pen, but I can do a little more shit. I could angle a little more. You know what I mean? I could like because Jay is a different kind of rapper. He's
Nah,
not only
Jay's
gonna
definitely a different dude. He's nice. I like him. He's dope.
Yeah, he's dope. So me and him talked before the battle, like, yo, our battle's probably gonna go to the fans. Like, it's probably gonna be split down the middle because it's a preference. It's a preference battle. If me and him are on 100, now it's down to preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's not even. I think it's not even a preference thing. It's just Jay doing it. Jay has a thing, like
right.
Like, you know, like he looks like he's crazy a little bit. You know what I mean? Like he has a thing. Like I fuck with him. That's not even a slight. Like if you didn't know him and you just seen him, like he looks like off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he knows that.
He plays into it.
It's a character. It's a character.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of talking about.
He doesn't talk like that in real life. Like, hey, what's
up? He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
I know. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to
Yeah, I know. You just
I
know what you're saying.
It's to his credit because he knows the game and he's playing the game. It's the game.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was trying to break down in that third round when I was like,
now this shit is wrestling, bro. So you got to play the game like wrestling. You got to make a character. And then
that's what I'm trying to see now because I've only had 2 battles on this is my 3rd battle on URL against Chaos. I'm trying to see what the main thing I seen a lot of fans say that they like is like the delivery, like my delivery. A lot of people are like, yo, his delivery's crazy. And then the punches, like the way that I rap, I know that's definitely but like I said, I know I just got to work on punching, pacing. So my punches land better.
And don't cater too much. Just take what you do and magnify it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm always keeping in mind not to cater because what I do is different than what a lot of people do. And that's gonna make me stand out. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So your whole energy stand up. You got, you know what I mean? You don't look like nobody else. You different, you know what I mean? So that whole package
all that ties together.
Yeah, son. So it's dope, like to see you doing it on that level, you know what I mean? But let me see. When did you get started rapping though? Like rapping.
Man. So my culture is very musical. Like Sikhism, Punjabi culture is very like musical. Like even our scripture is written in music. You know what I mean? Like if you ever walk into a Sikh temple, you're gonna hear music playing. So I always liked music. I played the violin, I played the saxophone. There's a drum that gets played at our temples that I played. Like I was always into music, but I never really related to anything until I heard hip hop because I think since I grew up in America, like
was
English
you born in
lyrics.
America?
Yeah. I was born in Jersey, born and raised.
Okay.
So post 9/11 for people that look like me wasn't a sweet world, right? So like our music wasn't really reflecting that because most Punjabi music, all right, so we're from Punjab, right? So Punjabi means people that are from Punjab, right?
Gotcha.
So like our music is like, it's like, you know how like in America, like how everybody will listen to hip hop or R&B or shit like that. You know what I mean? That's what our music is kind of like in India. All the weddings, Punjabi music is played no matter what the person's background is. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Gotcha.
But it was all like party music. You know what I mean? I couldn't really relate to that. I was getting in fights all the time because of racism and fucking, you know, even the teachers were racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the mind state I was in. Yeah. So then in 2nd grade, so I was born in 94, right? So 9/11 happened the first week of my 2nd grade. And then a couple months later, my sister and her friends were over and they had 8 Mile. 8 Mile had just came out, right? As cliche as it sounds, that's the first.
Here's the thing, because I'm older. When 9/11 happened, I was in, I think I was either a freshman or I was in 10th grade, one of them. But so when 8 Mile came out,
it was around this. Yeah. So
it's not cliche. We all watch 8 Mile. Anybody that said they don't watch 8 Mile is a liar.
Yeah. So when I saw it, just the way it opens up with Shook Ones, right? And then you hear Prodigy say, punch you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. Little 8-year-old me, like, visualize that. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
What
you know
the
what I mean? Then I'm introduced to battle rap culture, you know what I mean? And I'm hearing all these different hip-hop songs in there, like they had Method Man songs, Biggie songs, all of that shit. I'm introduced to battle rap, and I related to that more because of the state that I was in. I was always fighting back. You know what I mean? I was always I was introduced to discrimination and racism at a young age. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like seeing just not only M, but like the battle rap culture of like attacking shit was like very appealing to me. So I wrote my first rhyme after that. And yeah, I didn't keep up with it. Every couple months I'd write a rhyme or something. But then and I was only introduced because I was 8, you know what I mean? So from 8 to like 12, I was only like Shady Records was the only shit I heard. Like 50, because that game came out, 50 Cent Bulletproof.
Yeah, that game was fire too.
Yeah, that game was crazy. So like while you were playing, 50's music was in the background. You know what I mean? So like 50 M, like G Unit, D12 was all I heard until like 2004, 2005. And then so I was in 5th grade by then, and I saw a speech that M made where he just named all the MCs that inspired him. Like he was like the G Raps, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Wu-Tang, all the names he said, Pac, Big.
Right.
And I found out what LimeWire was, and I just fucking
gave your computer
saw
a virus.
what I could get. yeah. Yo, mad times.
Virus.
I didn't even have my own. I was using my dad's computer.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. I was using my dad's computer, and he had to get a new one. There was like 2 or 3 of his computers I fucked up because of LimeWire.
Viruses.
You know what I mean?
We all did it. I know what time it is.
The worst part would be when you downloaded something and you got Rick rolled. Remember that shit? You download something, it's not even the song you wanted.
Yeah. So like, they name it some bullshit, and you're like, word, this is shit. It'd be some more other.
It's like
it'd be them.
Some underground rapper that's trying to make it.
It'd be them.
So so I just did my hip hop history around then. So like everybody in my grade was like listening to Chingy. Shout out to Chingy. But I was bumping 4, 5, 6 by Kool G Rap. You know what I mean? I was listening to the Fat Boys. I was listening to Radio by LL Cool J or whatever. So I liked that shit more because the reason that I liked hip hop was the lyrics.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the shit around that time was kind of shifting towards the shit that wasn't so heavy on lyrics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
you. I did that, and one of my boys, his dad would go to New York for work, and then he would come back every now and then with Smack DVDs, right? So that's how I got introduced to, oh shit, battling is still happening and shit. So like after the interviews with D Block at the end, you'd have
Smack,
like Jin versus Verse or something. Exactly.
Verse, so, Mook, and
all
Rex
of that
and
shit.
Unkasa and Lux and Miles, and Lux and Miles is still my favorite battle still right now.
Yeah, Lux went crazy in
that's
that
probably
shit too.
Still probably the 3 best rounds I ever heard anybody
say. Crazy.
Like that dude is nuts.
Yeah. So again, like I had to also go back to these same things because I was at such a young age. I wasn't able to digest every little thing. I didn't even know what a multisyllabic rhyme was yet. You know what I mean? But I was like learning all this shit. And then
osmosis, bro. Osmosis. You was just taking it, you know what I mean? Pause, you was just taking it in.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Then by 8th grade, I showed my boys that I rhymed. And then one of my boys also was rapping. So what we would do was we'd go to different lunch tables, and like one of my boys would beatbox, and then me and my boy had this little remix to Touch It. You know what I mean? And we would do that. And then I started battling people in 9th grade, right? So like when I moved to high school, everybody in my grade knew that I rapped, right? Obviously, that Indian kid raps, right? But then when I go to high school, the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders didn't know. So I would always get, if I had a lot of rappers in my high school. So like if there was a cipher or something, I got late to class because of ciphers. Like that's how many, there was like 15 rappers in the school at least. So like you know, it was spreading around. Obviously, I stand out, so people are gonna, yo, that Indian kid raps, whatever, right? So like, that's actually where I thought of my name too, because I had just like killed the cipher, and somebody was like, yo, that was real sick, and I was thinking of something with Sikh because I'm sick, and I was like, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, so the first time I got crowd reaction was like, I was in the gym because of a delayed opening, and you know, 2 people were rapping, and then they, yo, that kid raps. So then I rapped, and I said it was some whack ass line. Make you hit back flips like gymnastics. That's all I said. But I just learned what a multisyllabic rhyme was, so that's why I broke it down like that, and it sounded like it was iller than it actually was. You know what I mean? So like, that was the first time I got crowd reaction, right? But my first battle, again, so I was more confident with showing people that I rapped. And my first battle, these 3 upperclassmen were like, yo, I heard you rap, whatever, whatever. I start rapping, and then they're like, oh, we rap too. They start rapping, but they're rapping the shit at me. So it looked like they're directing their lines at me.
Yeah, so you had to.
And at the time, I didn't have battle verses. I just had shit where I was rhyming a lot. You know what I mean? I was practicing rhyming. So I had like, and I would only write 16s because I saw this documentary, The Art of 16 Bars. And so I would just make my verses 16 bars. And the whole thing would rhyme with one thing. Like, that's what I was doing. I wasn't punching. So that all 3 of them fucking destroyed me. I had nothing to say because all my rhymes were about myself. So I was mad as hell, right?
And then you came back and got crazy.
Wrote like 6 minutes, just punches back to back, battled them again, and then the shit was good by then. Yeah.
That's what's up, my G. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, I ain't want to, you know, I just want to tap in with you, bro. You know. Yeah. Good luck on Saturday, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely spaz out, bro.
Get crazy, man. You already know, man. Yeah. Real Sick. He gonna be battling Kid Chaos at the Ultimate Madness.
Yeah, it's the wild card. There's also Loso versus JC.
Yep.
Glue Easy and Bill Collector. Yep. And you got Squeako and Gunpowder Pat.
It's gonna be fire. We in there. Caffeine. You already know, Sick, man. URL. Thank you for tapping in, bro.
Of course,
we here,
bro.
Man.
Keep doing this, bro. I'll try to help promote as much as I can, man.
Yeah,
this is dope. It's dope.
Holla at me, bro.
You too, bro. All right, man.
Peace.
Peace.